Hello family and friends, this is Essayons Family Garden and I am Rob the Sapper Gardener, and today we're going to be doing something that I've never done from scratch myself. My wife has done it previously, but we're going to make our own hot sauce. So we've got quite a variety of different peppers out in the garden. So we're going to try it with a few peppers that are ready now. Try to make it somewhat hot, but not burn your taste buds off hot. So let me show you the ingredients and then we will go over to the stove and we will get it done. So for our pepper sauce, we're going to be using about 9 to 10 different ingredients. So we're going to use extra virgin olive oil, minced onions, which we're using frozen onions with a little bit of peppers in them already, chili peppers. We've got a variety of different peppers, but we want this to be hot, so our hot peppers are going to be some chili pot peppers, 7 pot peppers. We've got sugar rush pepper, which we got from our friend UT 33200. And for our milder peppers, we're going to use some red and some green Shishito peppers. We're also going to put in some minced garlic, approximately a pound of diced tomatoes, 1 cup distilled white vinegar, 3 teaspoons salt, 3 tablespoons of sugar, and we're also going to use our handy dandy immersion blender to blend all this down to a fine puree sauce consistency once we cook it. So let me take you guys over to the stove and we will get started. So now we're going to add our olive oil to our pan, heat it up to medium high. We're going to add our peppers in. And we are using the seed stems and all. We're going to add in our garlic and our onions. And we're going to cook all this on medium to medium high heat until the onions are soft. So once your onions have really softened up and maybe started slightly browning a bit, you're going to add in the rest of it. You want to start adding in the rest of your ingredients, so you're going to add in your diced tomatoes, you're going to add in your salt, and you just have to adjust these to what you like. Your sugar, some people are going to want to put a little more salt, a little bit more sugar. a little bit more of whatever you like in there, but this is what we're doing, and our vinegar. And this mixture, we're going to reduce our heat slightly down closer to medium, and we're going to cook this probably 5-10 minutes until the tomatoes start breaking down, and then we're going to dip into it carefully with our immersion blender to break everything down as smooth as we can before we take it off and strain it. So our tomatoes are soft. There's literally no resistance when you press against them. So they've broken down enough. So we're going to turn off the heat. We're going to move it over here. Or actually, I'll move it back here so you guys can still see it. And I'm going to be careful of this still hot eyelet, even though it's off, it's hot. And I'm going to carefully use our immersion blender. And I'm going to start off on the slowest setting. And you definitely, even though it's an immersion blender, you want to be careful with it, because you don't want anything to splash up and get in your eye from this hot sauce. So you guys don't want to look at me. The immersion blender we have is pretty simple. It's got a high and a low setting. We're gonna blend it on low for a couple of passes, a minute or so. Then we're gonna go to high for about a minute. Make sure everything is as smooth as we can. And then we're gonna come back and we're going to puree this through a sieve. So we've run it through the immersion blender on low and high, and it's pretty smooth, just the way we think a hot sauce should look. We're going to strain it now into a bowl that we can easily pour it into our jar. So we're going to strain, get all the big chunks out. We're going to use our spoon to push down a little bit of the bigger pieces, because we do want to keep a little seeds and some of the membranes around the seed where the heat is. So let me do that, and then I'll show you guys the jars we're going to put them in. All right, so our hot sauce is done, and instead of throwing away the leftover, we're going to keep that and try to use it as a chili paste. We use a lot of chili paste in some of the Asian dishes that we prepare, so we're going to keep that and give it a try the next time we use something that we could use a chili paste in, and see if it works. But from the ingredients we showed earlier, we've got our 3 bottles of hot sauce, and I'm about to do a taste test. So let me sit you guys down. And of course, I've got a quick sip of milk just in case I over or underestimated anything. So let me see. And our friend Dan over at Home in the Sticks, he has made some homemade hot sauce too, and one thing I've learned from Dan is not to overestimate your tolerance for anything. So I got a spoonful. We're gonna give it a taste and see. It's hot. Yep. So it's really hot, but it's a good kind of heat. So we're gonna call this a success. We're gonna save these 3 bottles, start using these, replace some of the other ones we get, because we've had some really great hot sauce. We've got Tennessee sunshine, which is not as hot as this. We've got the dat sauce, which is not quite as hot as this, but this is definitely a step above your regular Texas Pete, your Tabasco, your Louisiana's Finest, whatever brand most stores sell. This is hotter. That half teaspoon did not make me cry, but if I didn't have my milk sitting here with me, I think it would have. So first hot sauce for me, the Sapper Gardener, is a success. As I said, my wife has, Mrs. SG, she's made some before, at least once or twice, maybe more. I'm not sure, but I know she's made it before. So they're all in bed asleep now or trying to go to sleep, so I don't have any secondary taste testers. But what I'll do tomorrow, after this cools down a little more, I'll do a quick shot and let her and SK1 taste it, and we'll see what they say about it. So we'll be back with a new shirt and better looking faces in this one with the magic of YouTube right now. All right, through the magic of television, computers, and YouTube, we are back. Our hot sauce is sat overnight. One thing we had to do was shake it up a little bit because it does separate a little bit. And I forgot to mention last night, this hot sauce has to be refrigerated, and it's good for up to 6 months, but it won't last 6 months in our house. So we're all out here with Mrs. SG, SK1, myself. Me and SK1 have our safety net right here. And we're going to try a spoonful of the hot sauce on a saltine cracker. So you guys ready?
I'm ready. You ready? Ready. Yeah, this one's crackers.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Let's see. Hey,
let's go.
You ready, AJ?
It's really good.
I know.
Now I gotta try it without the cracker again.
That's why I didn't use the cracker. It's really good.
Or maybe not. You gonna try it just on your spoon, SK1?
I want.
Ah!
Daddy's trying to do it tough.
You can do yours.
So there are no seeds in here? Robert!
Stop, buddy. You're gonna get some hot sauce in your eye. So the sauce is hot. Not as hot as I thought it was last night, but it's still hot, and I feel the heat in the back of my throat. How about you?
It's spicy. It's hot.
Is it hot?
It's about to cry.
You want some milk?
No.
Okay, so this time I did it without the milk. I still feel it though. The Sugar Rush Peach and the Chocolate 7 Pot are hot peppers for sure. I forget the Scoville ratings, but it's a really good hot sauce. My wife says she wants it on some wings, so I'm not sure what, maybe an omelet, but you could use it for anything though.
Tacos.
Yep, tacos. So we got 3 bottles that'll probably last us 3 weeks, maybe 4,
Good.
and we'll see how it goes. So that's our easy homemade hot sauce. We thank you guys for watching. As always, God bless our great country, America. God bless you wherever you reside around the world. Your garden, your kitchen, your harvest, your meals, and especially God bless your family that have health, success, and prosperity as we have. Take care. Sapper out.